Padres, they take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. They're winning the season series so far. They very well could win their first season series against the Dodgers for the first time since, I believe, 2010. At least that's one of the tweets that I just saw from John Schaefer, friend of the show. But yeah, fun weekend. I know yesterday Padres lost. That was not fun. But Friday, unofficial start to the weekend on Friday night with Luis Ariz. Great welcome to San Diego moment for him. And then today, Darvish facing his former team and dominates them. And he has been dominating whoever he has faced since he has come back from off the IL with that neck tightness. So, I mean, I'm hoping that Joe can do that same thing, assuming that he'll be good to go for, I think, that Brave series when he comes off the IL. But yeah, today was great. This series was, for the most part, great. And whenever you can take 2 out of 3, regardless of how it happens, maybe you want some more runs scored yesterday, more runs scored maybe on Friday. I know it was against Tyler Glass now, but there's probably some fans out there that feel like the Padres needed to score more there so that they didn't have to go into the bottom of the ninth like that. But regardless of the situation, you're going to take 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. When they were coming into this series, let's remember this, winning 7 consecutive games in a row, sweeping the Braves, who are the other NL favorite between them and the Dodgers. It's them two for World Series favorites coming out of the National League. Swept the Braves, swept the Marlins, and then they come in here and the Padres say, no, take 2 out of 3. Michael King dominates. Darvish dominates. Matt Waldron, by the way, did his job. I mean, I think that's something that we should bring up. It's just the starting pitching as a whole. I'll go back to friend of the show, John Schaefer here, because I did not catch this during the broadcast. I must have been doing something. But when Wandy was on the mound today, the Padres broadcast put up a graphic that said Padres starters have had 4 consecutive starts allowing 2 or fewer hits across 5+ innings pitched, the first time to happen in Major League Baseball, the whole league, since at least 1893. So is that good? I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty darn good. I'll say that again. 4 consecutive starts allowing 2 or fewer hits across 5+ innings pitched. Darvish today, Waldron Saturday, King on Friday, and then Cease in the series finale against the Cubs. Pretty darn good. 4 consecutive series wins by the Padres. So they're playing good baseball. I said before this series, if they lose this series, they get swept, whatever. It's not the end of the world. It's 3 games. And so I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, the Padres, they're going to be, going to the World Series this year. Or they're definitely going to contend with the Dodgers for the NL West. Like, I'm not even going to do that. But coming off of this series, I am confident that this team will be a postseason team. There's a long way to go. I totally understand that. But there are things headed in a very positive direction with this team. We could talk about the bullpen struggles. We could talk about Xander Bogaerts and Manny Machado. By the way, Xander with the home run today. That was great to see. We could talk about some of the struggles, but all things considered, going into the season, maybe our expectations, some maybe had lower expectations than others. I thought that this team could be a postseason team, but right now, if you would have told me that this is what would have happened, you tell me this in spring training or right before the season starts, I would have said, yeah, I'll take this all freaking day. No doubt about that. I would take that all day. So now the Padres, they enter this Rocky series at 22-21, which some Dodger fans are probably going to be like, you're all excited about a team that's 1 game over 500. But what I would say is, well, we didn't have the expectations going into the season as high as the Dodgers did. We lost Juan Soto, Blake Snell, Michael Wacha. Seth Lugo, by the way, has like a sub-2 ERA with the Royals. And we've had the payroll constraints, lost our chairman, obviously, that we all freaking loved. It was a tough offseason. Now, spring training got a little bit better, right, with some of the moves, and then the Ariz trade, that got it better. But we didn't come in with these as high of expectations as we did last year. I think that's definitely fair to say. No doubt about that, right? And so far, look what's happening. We're without Joe Musgrove right now. Manny Machado hasn't really gotten it going. Xander Bogaerts still has not gotten it going. He has been struggling really as of late and pretty much the whole year. We'll see if he can get that turned around. Ha-Seong Kim has been underwhelming this year, Jackson Merrill got off to a really good start, but he hasn't continued that really good performance. I still like what I'm seeing, and overall, I like it, but and we knew this, it wasn't going to be that this entire year, right? Best performers, Jake Cronenworth and Jerks and Profar, not the star players. The bullpen's been up and down, right? There's been some bad turns through the rotation, and yet the Padres find themselves a game over 500 and winning the season series against the Dodgers so far. Like, I'm going to take that any day of the week, and it feels like to me things can go down from here, obviously, but I'm liking where things are going. I'm encouraged for the most part. If you want to be negative after taking 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, go find another show, I guess.